Morning, folks. It is Friday, May 27th, 9:03 a.m. Three people coming together, zero completion, and nine is elder. And what I got out of that right away is the elder way. Those that know and remember. That's a little bit about what waking up is about. Excuse me, get some coffee. My joke about that is nectar of the gods, and I don't like using the word gods. God, goddess, all that stuff. People look for glory, glory's praise. Saying thank you for something is really cool, but praise, whole nother ball game, whole different ballpark. Easy for me not to say. Excuse me. I know that slurping makes noise. It's just hot coffee. Anyway, anybody looking for perfection, go ahead and leave. You won't find it here. You won't find it anywhere. Anyway, I want to talk about a simple word, us. Before I do, just some basic updates about some stuff. Some of your stuff I've sent off 3 days ago. Some of the packages I'm behind on. Ange Matan and others. I have to just sit down and, I got them all in a pile. I got to get the receipts and send you out the tracking numbers. Others I'm about to get to right now. That's the little ding what that was about. Anyway, and that's the other side kind of giving me not a hard time, but just saying, come on, we have a schedule, you got to go. And I do, I got to get home. It's where we all live when we're not in the body. Anyway, also, when I had gone into people before to access this one part of your brain that actually helps everything flow, I always wanted to do that. I did that in most all the crank ups until I realized I could put energy in there, but I couldn't really open it up. I couldn't do it yet. It's like, oh, it's a scam to make more money later. No, I don't think so. Especially since that is $200, and the crank up was only the console with the free crank up in it is $400 when it was selling all over the world like crazy for $600. No, I'm not about money. Do we need money? Yes. I have a lot of things I have to pay for right now, and it sure isn't my new overalls and eating at the finest places. Although I do go to Red Lobster every once in a while for Hawaiian biscuits, sometimes a meal. I had a day a couple days ago. I went down there and some lady was just really complaining about the salad. The lettuce wasn't fresh enough, and I just looked at her, and she was already looking at me. She goes, you know what I'm saying? Things used to just be right about everything. Used to be just fine, perfect. Now they're not. I said, it's called life. And I just went back to eat, sip my wine, and have some of those biscuits that are so good with them over there, garlic and cheese. Anyway, so she started asking about rocks and stuff that I do and everything. So I told her. I didn't make a big thing about it. I was there to relax, not, go into anything with anybody. But I was answering questions, and then she said, well, I don't believe in that. I believe this. I said, honey, that's great. Love you. And she just kept going. She goes, well, you don't want to hear it. When I listen to you, I said, you asked me questions. I gave you answers. It's like, you're sitting there's like three stools between us, there should be 20. And then she just went nuts. So I hit her with a couple comments, just, this is this is that, take care. When she started her preaching crap. So many religious zealots, you'll find too, they raise their voice, and it's like they're trying to convince themselves as they say it, or maybe trying to look good to this homemade deity or god or goddess or something. I'm like, These people have no idea what's really happening. They have no idea who they are. They have no idea what's going on around them. They're totally clueless. But instead of relaxing, trying to open up and find themselves, they're running around screaming all this other, religious dogma crap, and that's all it is. So anyway, when I first started going into people to crank them up, every time I've cranked you up, I've put energy into this part of your brain, because I've literally put all of you inside the sphere of energy. You feel it, okay? Some of them, some of you, some of them being the people I've gone into, but some of you, when I've gone into you, you feel like a very soft, warm glow. Folks, this is not hard. You're not supposed to, it's not supposed to knock you out of the chair. You're not supposed to bleed out of your nose. You feel it worse, blah. Later, you feel it stronger than when I go into you. There's a reason for that. Okay? When I put this energy into you and I go in there, what I do is very real. Those of you who have gone into, you know that. Okay? And when the older we are, the harder it is for me to do as much for you. The worse your nutrition is, the harder it is for me to do more for you. Now, we can't go back in age, but nutrition, you start feeding yourself and relaxing, using your abilities, that energy's there. It's going to kick in. I told you all a long time ago, the field that's hanging around everywhere, what they call the ether and everything. Around here, it's me, folks. Whatever. That's how strong this stuff is that's shoved in this body. Part of it, anyway. A little piece of it. Anyway, that is the yeah. I was going to say, how should I say this? And I said that I made up my mind, and then a little flash. This is a soft thing. This is something that happens, and it just keeps going. Part of me, what I put in you is not spirit. It's not sentient. It's not a being. It's energy. But around you is a part of what I am. It's called the field. And when you're ready, it'll crank you up and make you stronger and start working on you. Your head might get a little dizzy. You feel sometimes, those of you that are solar plexus, you feel that feeling in your gut. And then all of a sudden, when you need all yourself, then I back off. And maybe it's time for you to drive down a highway, go a long ways. I'll be working on you. I'll be working on you. You'll be feeling it. I'll literally be working on you. Do a lot. I do most of everything when you're asleep. However, when you're flying in and out of stuff and it going through the streets one way and traffic and all this nutty stuff, no, it's just stop, pulled off you, and you're normal. And then you go back on the highway again, and then poof, it might come again, and then it might not. Don't worry about it. It's a controlled thing from the other side, okay? And it's not me consciously knowing I'm doing this. It's part of Ara that's out there everywhere, folks. It's just, and there's parts of Lily out there doing that with y'all. Us is about family. It's family time. Before I get into this too hard, though, too deep, or deeper, excuse me. No such thing as too deep with family. When I go into you to do this work, I used to have to put a little pressure in there trying to get it to come alive. It wouldn't, so I'd stop. Never hurting you, okay? Never. I first thought, when I first talked about this ICU, intensive crank up, or ICUU, intensive crank up upgrade, folks, I spent time in the military. We had abbreviations for everything. I've always liked abbreviations anyway, because it's short, quick, to the point. You do it, you're done. It's like my name, J, it's one letter, boom, okay? So anyway, I said that, there might be kind of intense pressure in there. Folks, it's the exact opposite. Bajou was the first one I went into doing that, after messing with my own head a little bit. And she'll tell you that it's so soft. She said, wow, that's so neat, and then just floating, coming out. And a lot of people feel the same thing. I'm going to talk some more about that a little bit later. But not now. I want to get something else done and get back to all this other work that I have. Anyway, if it wasn't for Deanna helping me out, taking over emails, there's no way I could get any of this done. I have a lot of stuff I'm doing that y'all don't know about that's preparing for leaving. Things I have to do before I go. I've got something of a short bucket list, but there's little things that I have to do too that just have to be handled. Certain people I need to do certain things for, So they'll be ready to do what they need to do before I get out of here. One of them already taken care of now is a really cool family. And there's a husband and wife, 3 boys, 3 sons, a neighbor has the same name as we call him Jake. He has the same name as one of the sons, and 3 dogs and a cat. They've all been cranked up, and they've all had the other intensive the free energy work that comes with the ICU or ICUU also done to them. This one gentleman, I'll just give you a first name. His name is Shane. You're going to find out about him soon. He talks with Tyr all the time. Tyr's coming with him, and he's starting to talk, and everything has come right to him. He sees him as he is, an Anted. He said, Jay, it's where I said, just stop, look at this, look at that, look, see this, that. I don't say, see a face that looks like this. I don't say, see that it's got 6 legs. I said, just focus on this energy when it comes in and just look at it, tell me what you get. And he goes, it's insect, but it's got this funny head. And he said it's the antids, and I said bingo. And he goes, I think it's Tyr. I said that's right, it's Tyr. It's kind of funny. As we wake up, this is part of us. We talk back and forth with each other about. So you say something. So the other person knows you see something, but you don't say everything, and then you let them tell you about that, and then add more to it. You're going to go back and forth, and then you have your physical affirmations that you're seeing the right thing, that you're seeing the same thing. And if you see a little bit of a different image, when you see something like a cartoon image, and it looks a little different, seeing it through the solar plexus than it does through the pineal, you're still seeing the same thing. But plus, if they're talking to you, they might show you a different image. Or you might see, when we see something that's energy, it has no physical shape. Okay? We have to find some way to relate to it. So we're going to use images we have already in our brain to relate what it actually is to the conscious mind. That's why sometimes we see things differently. But even though we're still seeing the same thing. Shane is going to be doing a lot of work with them. It's just getting ready to start. Eventually, he'll be walking around the ship. I won't be the only one in his family either. They'll be coming out in the open before long, but only when it's time. He'll introduce himself, and he'll have the backing of. He'll be backed, heavily backed. It's time for this stuff to happen, folks. Paul will be cruising around in starships, just having a blast in no time. Burju, same thing. Okay. What would it be like to have an event and you actually show up in a starship? I guess that's an impact, huh? Land in the middle of a stadium. So much stuff coming, folks. I'm trying to help get all of you as strong as you can be before all this stuff happens. It makes it easier, but it's also paramount, more so, that you just become yourself. Okay? So what's us? 2 letters, simple. Thought just popped in my head. 2 things that we have right now. Let me get out my rune cards. Folks, when it comes to waking up, rune cards, these rune cards I made, they have symbols for a reason. They mean something. They're to help you. They're to help you and your spirit guides. And animal spirit guides, incredibly intelligent. Okay? They're here to help you talk with each other. And it's about awakening. Very simple. I'm going to do a new rune card video. Okay, that's one of them I want right there. And there's the other one. Nice, I didn't have to go through the whole deck. I don't know how many cards there are, some 50 something, I don't know. Who knows? It says, I should care about that. No, I don't. I care that I made them and I finished. You know, you have them if you want them because they're going to help you. Okay. Now, part of us, as far as rune cards, is this one right here. It's called Harmony. What do you have here? You have two lines that are connected by a single thing, by a third one. So that's two lines, two different things coming together or joined by sharing something, a simple rod. This means harmony. It means coming together. It can also literally stand for happy. It can also stand at 2. That it's relative to the number 2, and 2 is also understanding. As 2 come together, you increase the understanding. The understanding between the 2 is naturally going to increase. And then there's this card over here. Okay, what does that look like? Everything's all over the place. There's no particular function. It's just random, sporadic. The name of this card is Chaos. Everything's all over the place. That's how your lives are being run right now. That's what the other side looks like, chaos. That's what is going on over here. Not just on this planet, but others. But the Earth, it's screwed up, big time. That's going to stop. That's going to start being fixed in a few months, whatever. Let's just say that. When Ara's together on the other side, he's going to go over there and just literally finish destroying the old way, and say this is how it is, and then things start coming together. And those of you that were aware of, we're sending out the other rune cards that were the rune card that was missing, plus the 2 new wild cards. AWAS. This pretty much means like everything, all things in all ways. That's the basic thought process behind it. Then, 2 very old energies before there was ever the first life. Dragon, unicorn. Dragon, I'm having a hard time holding stuff up. My rotator cuffs are gone. Anyway, dragon energy is incredibly powerful. It's very strong heart energy, and it's got almost limitless power. It's crazy. It's slow to act. It's slow to act unless it really has to act really quick. It'll just be there and wham. Unicorn energy. That's more Lily than Ara. That's incredibly fast. Can't stand negativity. If it sees negativity, fine. But when something actually fires up its negativity to be abusive, it attacks. It goes at it. It says, B star. I'm on your ass now. That's powerful energy. That comes from Lily. Lily's the new creator mother. She's still coming together. Not done yet. This is all just barely starting. The ingredients are in a bowl. It's being stirred. It won't be that much longer before it's a beautiful cake. She's powerful, folks. Don't think she's not. Okay? I'm not afraid of anything. I guess that's obvious. But I have a lot of respect for Lily's power, for her energy. Of course, I have a lot of love too. That's incredible. There's other parts of Lily you're going to meet soon. They're going to start coming out. And that she and I have met recently. Hooked up long distance, like, and I call her Annie. One of our lives we had together in the West, that was her name. I called her my little Annie. She and I always had a connection. She didn't understand, why. It's because of the Lily inside her. There's a similar thing when she and I meet our family members. that come from Lily and Ara. She's a big part of Lily. I'm a big part of Ara. We're not the complete thing. We're part of, but we're really big parts. I've told so many people forever, it seems. Getting real big as energy, as spirit, sentient energy, and being huge, and having all those, especially having all those abuse frequencies within you, it makes you start to shatter. It makes parts of you fall apart. You have to clean this stuff up all the time, and getting so big anyway, even when you clean, other parts just tend to break off. That's how the energy is. It's not a good thing. It's an extra thing to deal with. So, it's a lot of changes that are already happening on the other side. Taking out the trash, getting rid of the bad stuff over there. Already, for the vast majority of it, already done. Other than the big source energy that was taken out, there's only about 3%, a little over 3% of the problematic spirit is left over there. So it's pretty quiet. There's a lot of good boy Herky. I love you, buddy. There's a lot of good spirit coming out now. Floating around. It's not worried about being in the middle of a war zone. Things are very calm, comparatively speaking. Very calm. Anyway, the thing is, with everyone waking up, you need to be able to sit at the same table that goes through many... I love you, Herky. I'm trying to hurry. I know I'm hurrying, honey. I gotta go do other stuff. I know. I love you, buddy. Thank you. I heard your collar jingle. Yes, I did. I love you, honey. I know. Go ahead. Say something. You want to talk? Okay. I know. Okay. I love you, honey. I'll be right there. I love you, sweetie. Anyway, so the thing with the table and everything, it's like a table that goes through all dimensions. Everyone needs to be aware of each other. That doesn't mean you're going to be forced to sit down at a table and stare at everybody. This isn't like a mom and dad that says you must come home for dinner, sit down, or we're going to beat you, or you have to stay here and eat your plate, or it's not anything like that. But there is a table. It's called creation, what exists. It's the true reality, and it goes through all dimensions. And as you all wake up and get stronger, that's right, Herky, as you all wake up and get stronger, you're going to be able to sit down and come to that table and see each other. That's what that whole image is about. That's right, Herky. That's right. That's funny, you're just agreeing with me. You're not, I know. I love you, buddy. Come here. Come here, Herc. Come on. He's saying, he's actually telling me to get a little more aggressive about it. But anyway, folks, that's what it's about. It's not like you're going to be forced to go to the table, but you need to be able to see it. Okay, you need to be able to meet each other. You need to have that ability. What is it, buddy? What is it? I love you. Yes, I do. Now see. Oh, good boy. Good sneezy, honey. Good boy. In his mind, he's saying he's just wanting my attention. Then he wants me to go downstairs and go outside. And you want to go in the backyard? You want to see the kittens? Okay, that's what he wants to do mentally. But I'm being told something else too. The information coming in through the animal, the source animal. Okay, I'm coming. Just a minute. Just a minute, honey. I love you, buddy. Okay. All right. All right. Go. Grab that blanket and shake it. Grab it. Arr, good boy. Anyway, he's looking at me like, what? Anyway, it's so nice to see the life in him. Herky, come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. There he goes. I'll be right there, honey. Anyway, so that folks, it's about us, and it's really not. I feel funny including myself in that. Okay. It's about everybody, family. Right? I'm different. I'm just something that's there to take care. I'm a caretaker. That's all. I'm not important. It's important I do my work, that I'm there to do it, and I do it. That's all. Um, the longer as time goes by after this body's gone, that'll be more and more evident. Good. It's supposed to be. Makes me happy as whatever. So finding yourself, your true self, that's a big thing. That's not just the actual word enlightenment, is becoming enlightened to who you really are. There's no reaching another stage where you're all seeing and all powerful. No. It's you being yourself and finding out you have abilities, and then you take that and you keep growing, you grow. And when do you become fully enlightened? That's when the body dies and you get out of it and you go home and you're your real self again. Hopefully a little stronger, a little more developed. You don't gain much wisdom, folks. I'm sorry. After 100 million lives, what do you think you're going to have? What are you going to learn in a life? Nothing you haven't basically learned before. And after a trillion? Folks, we have a lot of heavy hitters out there. Y'all are not kids. Okay? Y'all have been around a long time. You don't need anyone running it. Somebody needs to take care of the building. Make sure it stands up and nothing can get in and hit you. But other than that, no. I'm the janitor. I take care of the building. Y'all do whatever you want in it. As long as no one's fighting and everything, then there's no problems. We are family. And those people that don't ever want to sit at the table and just don't want to have anything to do with anyone, fine. They can literally be away from each other and, have their own. They do have their own place on the other side. But as long as they're not aggressive towards others, they're going to be left alone to be them. There's not a damn thing wrong with that. It's only when they go after other people, other beings. I say people, I'm thinking about beings all over the place. It's only when that happens that there's actually an issue. I got to get running. I just want you all to know a little more about this stuff. And you have some real power hitters that are going to come. Okay, you're going to see them. If I hook up with some of these scientists and everything, doctors, that can have equipment that can read energy, so I can prove my point of what can be done, fine. But if not, that's fine too. Because see, whether it ever happens with me or not doesn't matter. It's going to happen with Burju and Paul. It'll happen with 30 people. It'll happen with 100. It'll happen with 1,000 people. There's a lot of powerful source here. Okay, after a while it'll start creeping up. And don't forget, we have family members that are, floating around in space. Well, not floating around in space. I'm going to take that back. I'm talking about starships and stuff. Of course, spirit, that's different. I'm talking about what's in the body. And remember, source is no better than anything else. As a matter of fact, it has a job. It has higher demands upon it. So, source gets arrogant anymore ever, taken care of. On the other side, when you're out of your body, it's not like when you're in a body. On the other side, we play for keeps. It's serious. You're not running around with the heart and everything, just putting out that, happy energy and everything everywhere. It is serious. Doesn't mean you don't have any heart, but it does mean it's not like when you're in a body. Something really acts up, it's a problem, it's really bent on being some way, they just keep going. We have a lot of problems over there that need to be fixed, but they're about to be. It's chaos right now because there's no control mechanism. Something really big has to go over there and say, this is the way it is, not just stop. But it's not until something's there out of a body and is the biggest thing that everything else will listen. That's just, well, there's a lot that will listen, but I'm talking about the ones that, the spirit over there that are being stupid. But most everything over there is waiting for this to happen. Ta'ir is ready, and he's in body. Yeah, that was actually telling me I gotta go. I got someone I gotta talk to out of body as soon as I take care of Herky. He does want to go out and see the kittens in the backyard. Folks, love you. Have a good one. The upgrade is much softer. than I thought it was going to be. It's a weird feeling. Stuff's getting ready to break out. You're all going to love it. It doesn't mean today and tomorrow, but things more and more is happening. Ships are coming in, getting closer. Our friends in space, our family, they're coming closer all the time. They're popping in and out. It's the neatest thing in the world. It's time for them to be a little more visible before the big, hi, how you doing? Here we are. Okay, that's not for a while. 2018 maybe late 2018, who knows? That's up to them, and we'll see in the future. Anyway, try to forget about finding shortcuts. If you want, the only shortcut there is just sit in a chair, relax. Sit on the couch, go to the river, relax down there. My joints don't hardly even work anymore. I can't sit and, like stuff like normal people. My body's real beat up. I've had a very active life. But that's the shortcut. Is it just stop and relax? Relaxing and being calm and flowing inside yourself is not the easiest thing to do, but it's a hell of a lot easier than running around in circles all day long, day after day after day after day day after day on the internet, and you keep looking at all this crap other people say, and then you're trying to put it together and it just won't fit. So many of you come up to me, Jay, but I said, don't even go there. They send me stuff. Jay, go look at this, go look at this. I said, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to answer your email, let alone look at other people. I'm over there looking at everything. Why would I want to listen to what someone else says? I'm here to tell you what I know, what I see, what's real, and go. So looking at something else is a waste of my time, and it makes me stay here longer. So, when that happens, I just delete the email. Whatever. I get enough of them, I just block the person. Not being rude. I gotta go. And nothing's going to stop me. So, anyway, look, folks. A little aggressive? Maybe. No big deal. It's wake-up time. It really is. And you're going to find out there's a really, really big us. We are a huge family. Meeting our friends in space would be really cool. Meeting the Fae that actually can make a body and dissolve it again in front of you. Energy. There's so much stuff coming, man, y'all. I've told you all before, for a long time, you have no idea how cool you really are. I meant it. I said it for a reason. Well, let me tell you something else. Yeah, I've said this before too, but not as much. You have no idea what the next 100 years is going to bring you. You have everything that you think is normal, makes sense, or quote unquote understanding of physics, totally gone. Totally gone. So, anyway, folks, love you. Take care and have a good one.